Thank God I got that timer fixed. We are live. Well, we're live off air. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes, sir. I know what you mean.
Man, took right to the buzzer there, didn't it?
Yeah, got no close.
What are you gonna do? I mean, could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been much worse. Much worse.
Let me refresh my chat here.
Thankfully, we know how to correct things in a quick, fast, hurry pace to help everybody out.
I love that cute little frickin' raccoon.
Yeah, he's so adorable. He's just hanging around.
A fucking gator. You think we're gonna have a lot of viewers today? I hope we do.
I hope so. That would be really nice.
I'm always hoping for them. I
Well,
love seeing people come in.
right now we got 3 in. That's awesome to see. Thank you guys
Already?
for coming.
Already? I don't even see the 3.
Showing on my end.
Goodness
Well, if there is
gracious.
anyone in, thank you for coming. We're going to
Welcome.
be discussing conspiracy theories.
We sure are.
Whether aliens are real or not. Aliens, Anunnaki, the whole spiel.
The whole
It's gonna be
shebang.
a good fun show. We have a special surprise guest tonight coming on after our third speaker tonight, so stay tuned for that one. Not gonna release any information about it. It's a nice little surprise.
I got real scared because I thought I lost my weed vape, but I found it. It's okay.
Ooh, don't ever want to lose the weed vape. Go ahead and engage in the chat with us. Tell us what you think about everything. Like, we love talking with you guys.
Yeah, we do love talking to you guys. It's one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite parts of the week, parts of the day. Hopping in here, talking smack with the good old bonfire chat. Love you guys. Are you the chat that SZA was talking to in that 30 for 30? When she was all like, chat, gotta fold that chick no yoga mat. That one, you know.
Probably.
She's so fun. Shout out. I've been really listening to some Kendrick and some SZA lately. I feel like they run the world right now.
I feel like a lot of people are listening to Kendrick right now, except for Drake. He ain't listening to him. He's suing his ass.
I feel like he's the first person listening. I feel like he's looking for every reason he can to put that on paper.
Oh, I
Oh, he
guarantee
called
you.
me a pedophile again. Ah.
Looking for every reason to catch his ass.
Honestly, good. Good. Drake is I feel like Millie Bobby Brown was just the loudest one. I don't feel like that was the only one. I feel like soon we're gonna have a surviving Drake video coming out.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. I hope there's no Drake movement now.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Drake's music. It sucks that all this stuff happened with him, but he should have learned to leave well enough alone.
He should learn to keep little kids away from himself.
That too. That too. I agree. I agree. We got about a
I'm sorry, Drake. I don't want to get sued. Please don't sue me.
yeah.
I'm
Don't
not
don't
talking
sue
about
us. We're just a podcast. We're just two guys who have daughters
it. Yeah,
who
like,
want you to stay away from them.
yes, please. Stay away from us and them. Don't make me get Marlon after you.
Yeah, and Marlon's crazy. He's a crazy hobo. We call him mystical for a reason. He makes people disappear. Just saying.
Less than a minute away, everyone.
People will get it. People will get it. Maybe I should make that that countdown a little longer. Maybe I should make it 10 minutes to give people time. That was the whole reason I introduced it, was to give people time to get in.
And we can always talk around through it a little bit while waiting.
I'll tell you what, coming up, not this week, but next week when we start that after lounge segment, it's gonna be freaking sweet. Oh, it depends on if you start your week with Sundays or not. If you start your week with Sundays, then it's next week. If you start your week with Mondays, then it's this week. But intro time.
5G, the government using mind control through our cell phones, and me calling vaping the downfall of this country.
All right, welcome back. I say to the bonfire. We're here on the second stream of the day here at 7:30. 7:35 here, from what I'm looking at. We're here back talking about our cool little awesome uh new segment that we've created based on some stuff that you guys have wanted us to do. So we're talking about conspiracy theories. This is our first episode in conspiracy theories. And Mr. Johnson, what are we talking about today?
Tonight we're going to be talking about some aliens. We were looking into the other subject that we were asked to talk about, and well, that would definitely get us in a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to leave with that subject as we think it's true.
Yep.
Anyways, aliens. How about those aliens?
Aliens. So, I had some encounters with aliens. Plenty of aliens. Are we talking like illegal aliens, legal aliens? What kind of aliens are we talking about, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I never actually thought about that one. I say the ones from outer space. We know all about the ones that are here. We deal with that speech every day on the news and all.
I was gonna say keep them, freaking keep them. I like them.
Oh yeah, we need them here. They
I like
our
them.
Economy. Like, they do the jobs we don't want to do.
I'll be the racist to say it. The food's delicious. I don't care. Whatever alien you are, I like the food. Stay. Stay and cook. We're into that.
We love you guys. You help us out.
Yeah. But as far as space aliens go, who do I have a lot to talk about here. You know, there's the whole like trope of like the ET and like, you know, the little Martian from outer space. There's the whole like History Channel version of aliens where, you know, you bring in like the Anunnaki and like the creation of man and all of that. Me personally, do I think aliens exist? Obviously. The government's come out, they've said they exist. Do I think that aliens are smart? Yeah, obviously. Do I believe that Lyndon B. Johnson has a deal with the aliens to sacrifice human beings in order to get technology and technological gain? I don't know. That's just, you know, I don't know. Who am I? I don't know. Maybe Lyndon B. Johnson was quite the character. He did get JFK killed, allegedly.
I believe that there's a whole lot more going on at Area 51 than they're saying. Like, it's like, I believe that the reason time travel isn't around yet is because the person that invented it hasn't been born yet.
Do you remember that when we were gonna storm Area 51 and the government like actually panicked? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Whatever happened to that? Like, why didn't that ever happen?
There was I believe there was a small amount. Let me look it up. I'll be Jamie for a second. Let me look it up. The Area 51 raid. Let me see here. Not 52, 51. Close. Storm Area 51. Let me see here. They can't stop all of us. American Facebook. Blah 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 blah. Created as a sardonic ship host. Let me see here. There was a bunch of festivals called Alien Stock that was set up at the two entrances to Area 51, and nobody succeeded in entering the site. Two music festivals were planned to coincide with the event: Alien Stock in Rachel, Nevada, and Storm Area 51 in base camp in Hico, Nevada. An estimated 1,500 people attended these festivals, according to state and local law enforcement. Air Force spokeswoman Grace Manick stated government officials were briefed in the event and discouraged people from attempting to enter military property. That's hilarious. So people actually showed up. So 150 people showed up to the main event of trying to storm Area 51, and 1,500 people showed up to the festivals. Two people were in a crash that were hurt non fatally, and 7 people were arrested.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I did not know that. That's information that's new.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how they do over there in the military. They don't let you just stroll in there. Haven't you ever played Grand Theft Auto? You ever jump over the fence in the military gate? Yeah, you get an instant 5 stars, buddy.
Not if you got cheat codes.
Who's got the cheat codes in real life, buddy? Well,
True.
we're not gonna say that, but anyways, our first guest here, he's very versed with the aliens. He knows a thing or two about ET. Knows how to speak a little bit of Martian, I think. And he's got some cool
Claims that he was
stories.
abducted by aliens. Last week we had a big issue with him where he kept saying they were coming for us. We had a real hard time trying to get him to speak with us. He was being real weird.
And his butthole's been
So,
a lot looser than usual.
yeah, so we feel he's a very perfect person to bring on. So please welcome to the stage, everybody, Daryl, as soon as he gets in here.
When he decides. Daryl, welcome back to the bonfire. You're on again with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson, talking to millions of people. How you doing tonight?
Oh man, I'm doing great. It's always a pleasure to be here with y'all on the bonfire. And shout out to all the millions of people watching, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you were saying. Anyway, tonight we're talking about some crazy stuff. And I know you were just on here on the bonfire like not long ago, maybe an hour or two ago. But I'd like to know what you do in that hour or two, in between since we saw you last.
Yeah, man, you know me, I'm always on the move. In between times, I'm usually down at the hometown buffet working my shifts as a line cook, you know what I mean? Trying to serve up those juicy patties and crispy fries for all the locals.
You're telling me you left here, you went right across the street to the bonfire, and you decided to cook up some tasty lamb dick for people for an hour and a half, and then just to come back here and talk back to us again?
Jeez, we're talking about Lamdick again?
Well, you can't blame a brother for being passionate about his work. Cooking up that lamb dick, it gets me in the zone, man. And when I'm in the kitchen, time just flies by. But hey, I can't stay away from y'all for too long, you know what I mean?
I know that's right. We had you slated today to tell us about your amazing alien abduction story, and what a coinky dink, and coincides perfectly with what we're talking about tonight, which is aliens. So, tell us about how
We
you.
would love to have you in here, Daryl. You're one of our fan favorites.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Tell us all about your alien abduction story, Daryl. We want to hear it, start to finish. Go.
Well, man, it started out as just a normal night, I was walking home from the hometown buffet, and all of a sudden, I see these bright lights overhead. And man, the next thing I know, I'm inside of this spaceship. The aliens start coming out, and they're all around me, man. It was pretty terrifying at first, I ain't gonna lie. But I tried to keep my cool.
Last time you were on, you were telling us about tentacles and rubbing on your face. It seemed super zesty. Is that true? Is that what happened? Were they slimy tentacles on your mouth?
Oh man, you know it. Those tentacles were all over me, man. They were rubbing on my face. They were wrapping around my body. It was like they were trying to study me or something. And let me tell you, those things were slimy as hell. It was a weird feeling, man. But I tried to stay calm and just go with it.
Hot. Super hot. Anywho, welcome to Bite Me Too. Welcome. I see you in the chat there. Welcome. Anyway, Daryl. So okay, so you're walking home from the hometown. Bam! All of a sudden you're in some space saucer, right? Then what?
Well, man, after I got over the initial shock of being abducted, the aliens started to inspect me. They were looking at my face, my body, my clothes. They was all over me like I was a science experiment or something. It was weird. Then they started to poke and prod at me with those slimy tentacles, trying to figure out how I worked, I reckon.
Describe the aliens to me. What do they look like, Daryl? Were they like, were they tall? Were they short? Describe them in detail.
Yeah, tell us what to bite me and all of us what they look like, how they were. I want to know. I'm very, very, very curious, Daryl.
Sure thing, man. Well, the aliens, they looked weird as hell. They was all tall and skinny with big ass heads and these big ass eyes. They had this strange pale skin, almost like they was made from jelly or something. And man, they had this creepy blank expression on their face like they was just studying me or something.
Jesus, that is the creepiest thing I ever heard in my life. And these guys were inspecting you. What do their hands look like? Did they look like the E.T. movie?
Did they
Oh
go
no,
going
man, they
home?
didn't have no cute little ET hands, that's for sure. They had these slender, long fingers, like they was built for grabbing and picking things up. And they was super fast too, man. They could move those fingers in ways you wouldn't believe.
Hot. That sounds hot, mommy.
Very hot.
You need to chill out, man. Ain't nothing hot about getting abducted by a slimy tentacle alien, trust me.
I mean, I want to get abducted by aliens. I want to go up to space. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah, what could be so bad about it, Daryl? It sounds like from what you described, it doesn't sound so bad at all.
Yeah, I've seen Star Wars.
Yeah, Padme, hot.
Dude, you got some twisted ideas, man. Getting abducted
Padme.
by aliens
Stop
and
it,
getting
Hut.
your insides probed ain't no picnic, that's for damn sure.
You had your
Oh, Jabba the
insides
Hutt, what are you talking
probed?
about?
Yeah, man, I sure did. Those aliens poked and prodded all over me, including places I ain't gonna mention on air, if you catch my drift.
So did
Oh no,
you?
you can mention it. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to tell us all about it, dude. This is a no holds barred podcast.
Yeah, everyone here wants to know exactly about it.
Okay, damn. Yeah, man, the aliens, they did, explore all of my parts, if you know what I mean. They was putting those slimy tentacles in places I never thought an alien would go, man. It was invasive and weird and just plain disturbing, I'll tell you that much.
So they stuck the tentacle fingers in your butt?
Yeah, man, they did. And it was not a pleasant experience, let me tell you. I don't care what kind of kink you got, that ain't something you want happening to you in real life, trust me.
I mean, I don't know. Give me some tequila and we'll talk about it.
Eh, well, maybe that would make it a little more bearable. But I ain't sure even a bottle of Patron would make that experience more enjoyable, man. I'm just saying.
Did you call
I
it
didn't say
Patron,
anything
you
about it.
delicious redneck? It's called Patron. Did you say Patron?
Are you going to answer us, Daryl, or are you mad
Yeah,
about
man,
that?
I may be a redneck, but I know my Patron. That's the gold standard when it comes to tequila.
We'll call it the right
I mean,
name.
I'm more of an Espelon guy, personally.
Hey, I respect it. Espelon is some good stuff too. Can't go wrong with that choice.
I like the cheap stuff. I'm poor.
So anyway, so these aliens are fingering your butt, Daryl. Then what? What happened? How did you get out of there?
Well, man, after they was done poking and prodding me, the aliens decided it was time to let me go. They just up and dropped me off right back where they found me, not a mile away from the hometown buffet. I ain't sure if they was done with me or what, but it was a damn relief to be back on solid ground, can tell you that.
Hey, Daryl, PA Southie just came in. He was the one that asked, one of the people that wanted us to talk about aliens tonight. And, well, he just showed up fashionably late with a good 1,000 bits.
You're welcome, PA.
Hi, hey, there he
Everyone's
is, PA
happy he's
South.
here.
Nice of you to join the party, man. Thanks for the bits. We appreciate the support.
So Daryl, so long story short, you were walking home. Out of nowhere, you end up in a space saucer. Some weird looking gray alien fingers your butt, And then you what? They drop you off. You consciously are dropped off, or you wake up somewhere. How did that happen?
Well, man, it's kind of hard to explain. I didn't exactly fall asleep or anything, but it's like I was in some kind of daze or something. One minute I was being examined by them aliens, and the next thing I know, I'm back in the parking lot of the hometown buffet. I figured they must have drugged me up or something, man.
Sounds like R. Kelly got a hold of you, or maybe Bill Cosby. I mean, are you sure it was aliens and not just some creepy dude?
Sure you weren't at a Diddy party?
Yeah, like maybe he just wanted to finger your butt.
Man, I'm sure it was aliens. These dudes was way too slimy and weird looking to be Diddy or Bill Cosby, trust me. They was 100% alien, man. No doubt about it.
But how are you so sure? What makes you positive this was an alien? Because you do a lot of drugs too. Let's not forget, Daryl. You do a lot of drugs. What makes you think it was a space saucer and not like the backseat of a GMC Jimmy? How do you not know?
Southie, he definitely enjoyed it.
He definitely. Daryl, did you enjoy having your butt fingered by the fake aliens?
Yo, y'all gotta stop with this. It was not no damn GMC Jimmy, man. Those aliens was legit, I'm telling you. And no, I did not enjoy having my butt fingered or probed or whatever you want to call it. That was some straight up freaky stuff, man. I'm just glad to be back here on solid ground talking to y'all. And PA South, quit shouting out in the comments, dog. My ears hurting.
How far up your butt did they go with it? Like, did they go like a comfortable amount? Was it an amount that you've gone like with Tina, maybe your sister, or was it just like a too deep amount? Like, did they curve with your intestine? How did it go?
Was it enjoyable being in anti-gravity? Like, you're
that's a
floating
good
there.
question. That's a good question.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie, it was a little uncomfortable, man. They was going all over my insides. It was like they was trying to explore every part of me, including places that ain't meant to be explored. And man, the anti-gravity was a little weird too, made me dizzy. But I ain't gonna lie, it was kinda cool for the first few minutes, before the probing started. You know what I mean?
I bet it was easier to poop for a while after that. Hey, PA Southie, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for gifting that sub out to GYS Gamers. Greatly appreciate it.
We love you big time, dude. Anyways, Daryl, yeah, was it easier to poop for a couple of days after that?
I'll ask your question in a second to bite me. You will always be at the top, buddy.
Oh yeah, man. It almost felt like them aliens was cleaning me out or something. My bowel movements was definitely different for a few days after that, I can tell you that.
Okay, To Bite Me wants to know, did they give you a way to contact them for a round two? Are they planning on coming back for you?
No, man, they didn't give me no way to contact them or nothing. Once they was done with me, they just dropped me back off and vanished into thin air.
Just hit it and quit it.
I'm upset about that, man. I ain't looking to get no round two of that anytime soon.
Was there any residue left behind in your butt?
Contact them, thank God. And I don't think they're coming back anytime soon, because I hope not. Once was enough for me, trust me. I get what you're saying, man. It's like those aliens was just studying me, checking me out, you know? But I ain't sure I want to be their damn lab rat, that's for sure.
PA Southie likes our question.
Was there any residue left in your butt after they left you there, Daryl? After they hit it and quit it?
Yeah, man, there was definitely some residue there, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
Kind of felt like they left a bit of their slimy goo up in there, if you catch my drift. It was a little gross, but it went away after a day or two.
Why didn't you take this slimy goo to like a laboratory or something and have it tested by scientists so they could see?
I would have done that.
Yeah, like you had alien sperm or whatever. You know, you got to go get that tested.
Southie said that he thinks you liked it way too much.
Who, me?
No, Daryl.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm enjoying the conversation a lot. I'm not going to lie to you here.
I mean, I'm sure you probably liked it if that would happen to you.
Aliens turn me the fuck on. I think there's a foxy alien out there for me, I'm sure.
Hey, I mean, I would love to see some aliens I think we all would.
Man, I ain't even think about taking that stuff to a lab. That's a good idea, but honestly, I ain't sure if I really want to know. And as for what Southie's saying about me liking it or not, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
Ah, knew it.
Look, man, all I know is that being abducted by aliens is some serious messed up stuff. It ain't fun or sexy or any of that other nonsense y'all keep saying. It's damn scary and uncomfortable and just straight up wrong. So don't go wishing for that alien funk in your life, I'm telling you.
There's a costume with your name on it.
What are you
Do you have
talking
anything?
about? I ain't dressing up as some damn alien.
Was it all male aliens, malians, if you will, or were there any femalians?
Did you give them some action too, or did they just give you action?
Ooh, that's a good question. Did you get the reach around action?
Man, them aliens was just plain weird, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't sure if they was male or female or anything like that. They all just looked the same to me, man.
That's
And as
racist.
for any action,
Yeah,
nah, man,
how
I
dare
ain't give
you?
them none of that, and they sure as hell didn't give me none back neither.
Well, they probed you. You already told us that they did that. So how can you say they didn't give you none back, you lying sack of shit? Now I believe that you did give them some probing.
You out here
Like,
probing aliens, Daryl?
geez.
Hey, you got a twisted mind, man. I ain't giving them no protein or nothing, I promise.
Yeah.
And I ain't lying
I
about
agree with
probing
PA
stuff.
Southie. I mean, I'm not
Really
even single,
studying
but
me. I didn't
I
enjoy
agree
it.
too.
I didn't want it, and I don't want it to happen again.
look,
PA
if
Southie
if
said he would go with you to space for some femalians.
I'm saying, dude, little bit of female fur burgers. I'm saying, you didn't even
Oh no,
try,
no, no, no,
Daryl.
no, 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 no fur burgers. No fur burgers. They have to be nice and clean.
Ain't nobody got time for nasty aliens, man. No matter if they got fur or not. I'm telling you, that ain't something you want to get yourself involved in. Trust me, I speak from experience.
Oh, whatever, Mister. Mister. It whistles when I fart. I don't want to hear about it, Daryl.
Ain't no fart of mine be whistling, man, I can tell you that much. And trust me, you really don't want to hear about them space probes. Ain't nothing to brag about.
I want to hear about all about them. I love hearing all about them.
Yeah, fart whistler.
It just, you can't just lead into it and then not tell us about it. Like that's why we brought you in on the night.
Yeah, you're on as a starter and an ender today. That should tell you something.
Well, if you insist on hearing about it, man, I'll tell you the details. But you gotta promise not to poke fun at me, you hear?
Oh, I'm not poking nothing. I'm not the aliens, buddy.
Fine, fine. Let's just get it over with then. It all started the night I was walking home from the hometown buffet.
Yeah, you told us that already.
Yeah, but this is important. I was walking home like I usually do, minding my own business, when all of a sudden these two aliens just showed up out of nowhere.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and they was tall as almighty hell, man. I'm talking probably over 10 feet tall. And get this, they was wearing these weird uniforms that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, they were men
Did they
in
warn
black.
you? Like, did they warn you about telling anyone about what would happen?
Nah, man, these were definitely not men in black. These aliens was straight up gray, with round heads and big black eyes. I ain't never seen anything like it. And they didn't say nothing about me telling nobody. Just
So
asked me
you're
some
like,
questions, and then things got weird.
Well,
so
what
they didn't
questions
care if
did
you
they
tell
ask?
detail. Like, yeah, what would they ask you?
Yeah, they asked me a bunch of strange questions about myself, like where I worked, what my daily routine was, and why I was up so late that night. But before long, they moved on to some more personal stuff, like my relationships and any medical conditions I had. It was all kind of weird, man, like they was trying to gather as much information as they could about me.
Did
What
they come to your
information
house?
did you give them?
Well, I figured it wouldn't hurt to give them some details, so I told them about my job at the
Retard.
buffet, my family, and a
Stupid.
few little tidbits about myself. But I made sure not to spill anything too personal or important, you know.
I mean, it sounds like you gave him enough information as it is, Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl.
Jesus.
Like telling them where you work and stuff. That's dangerous,
Why
buddy.
don't you just tell him your blood type and
Like tell
how
them your
deep you
social
like it in your butt?
security number.
Jesus.
Like tell them your social security number next, your bank account numbers. Eesh. No, Daryl, you probably
Ah,
would.
quit making me sound like an idiot, man. I ain't stupid. I only told them stuff that anybody could find out easy enough, just the basic stuff. I held back the important details, you know, like my social security number and bank account information. I may be a redneck, but I'm not an idiot.
Two Bite
You're
Me
pretty.
2 wants to know, did they warn you about sharing any of these details? And also wants to let you know that you're pretty talented if you're out here having full-blown conversation while you're getting probed in the throat.
Look, I appreciate the compliment, but there's no way in hell I was having a full conversation while getting probed in the throat. And no, these aliens never warned me about not share this information. They was mostly just interested in gathering it, like they was running some kind of weird ass experiment or something.
They're interested in gagging you.
So were they not probing your throat at all then? Were you holding the full-blown conversation while getting probed in the butt?
Man, you really gotta stop talking about my butt like that. And yeah,
Pretty
I'd say
fun.
it was more of a one-sided conversation. I was answering their questions as best I could while they was, you know, doing their thing.
All right. All right. I think I've heard enough of this. What do you think, Mr. Johnson? Do you have any more questions for Daryl, the butt probed dude here?
No, because I'm pretty sure he's about to interrupt me any second now, like he always does. No, I think we had enough being mean to Daryl with his experience last week and the other times he got gang raped by aliens. I think he enjoyed it all the way. There's no way he didn't. There, like he can't even stay here and say he didn't. Like,
Daryl,
uh,
why do you have so many aliens banging you as stories? Is this a fantasy of yours, or does this actually happen to you and you've recreated different memories of it?
Man, can you please stop saying it like that? You making me sound like some kind of sicko or something. And no, this ain't a damn fantasy of mine. I'm just telling you what happened. That's
it's
all.
a fantasy of mine.
Man, come on, it ain't like that. I swear I ain't some sort of alien fetishist or nothing. Can we just move on from that, alright?
Do you own a
Yeah,
splorch?
What the hell is a splorch?
Nothing, nothing. Anyways,
nothing.
is there anything you want to leave our viewers with before we cut to our first ad break of the night, Daryl?
Sending them out some love.
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks to all y'all for listening to my story. It's good to get that off my chest.
And
And
out of
you
your
know, if
butt.
anyone else out there's ever had a run in with aliens, I know how it feels. Hope y'all are entertained.
Yeah, he definitely knows how it feels.
All right, Daryl. Well, we'll talk to you in your loose butthole another time, okay?
Good night, Daryl.
Good night, man. And stop talking about my damn butt.
Oh, poor
Definitely not a
Daryl.
secret.
Poor Daryl. I
It's
feel
definitely
bad
not a
we keep
secret,
making fun of
buddy.
his butthole,
I mean, I
but
feel bad we keep making fun of him, but
it's just
the
so
viewers love
easy.
it.
I
But
can't
yeah, we
help
did
it.
start it. We did. But he was mean to us first when we met him at the hometown. I went to the bathroom the one night and I clearly seen him in there using the bathroom, and he did not wash his hands when he was done. So he started it in the very beginning.
So that's
Like,
kind of my fault. So me and Reagan met him outside of the studio. He was outside by the trash cans smoking like crystal meth or something. And we offered him $10 to be on the JRO back in the day. Anyways, well, he used to go to the hometown buffet a lot while he was, helping us with the JRO. And I realized he worked there. So when he'd be in there in the urinals, I'd walk in there while he was peeing, and I'd pee in the urinal right next to him, and I'd look him right in the eye, just to really, assert dominance. I thought it was fun.
Oh, I'd look him right in the dick. You know.
That too. That too. Wasn't packing much. I'd be squinting. It's
Oh,
it's
I carry a magnifying glass in my back pocket, so I can. Never mind. I won't go there. Let's move on to the next guest for the night.
the next
Oh wait, no,
guest.
we gotta go to our ad.
I was gonna say get the next guest. So our first ad for the night is actually gonna be for one of my favorite energy supplements of all time. It's this drink called W. I know you see it in the overlay here, and I know you see also that if you use code the-bonfire, you get 10% off in your checkout. So I encourage you.
You've heard us preaching about it, but
I
it's delicious.
Dude, I encourage you, go on the website, okay? Get you one of your favorite flavors. You'll find something. There's a bunch of flavor profiles there. Find you what you like, okay? Order it. Use the code at your checkout, okay? Get you 10% off, and then stop drinking that gas station crap. Anyway, here you go. Here's Dubby. Here you go.
I think I messed up. My energy was crashing faster than my Wi-Fi. But then, I found Dubby Energy. Picture this, you and your buddies, gaming all night at Willow Arms Trailer Park. But halfway through, you're fading fast. That's when you need Dubby Energy. Just pure, clean energy to keep you in the game. With flavors that'll make your taste buds dance, Dubby's got your back. And it's endorsed by Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright for that extra focus boost. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Dubby Energy and turn those late-night gaming sessions into epic victories. Use code the-bonfire at checkout for 10% off. Trust me, your high scores will thank you. Dubby Energy, the official fuel of Willow Arms. Game on, folks.
All right, we're back. And, I'm really into Dubby. I got to be honest with you. And I really like to say the words tubba Dubby. I think it's one of the funnest things in the world to say. It's like my favorite word.
I just want to say, Mr. Albright's favorite flavor is the Grandpa's Denture Water.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best flavors on there.
That's actually not a lie. It's delicious, and I do love denture water as it is, but it's Grandpa's denture water. It's close to home. It's delicious. I'm a big fan. Tubba Dubby.
Has a 5-star review on their website. It's one of their best.
Tubba Dubby is one of my favorite things to say. It's like saying trabajaba. If you're Spanish, you know what that means. It means I used to work. But trabajaba. It's one of my favorite things to say in Spanish.
Hold something for you. What do you want me to hold for you? Hope it better not be big. I'm not very strong.
What?
PA Southie. He said, "Hey, can you guys hold something for me?"
Oh, this guy.
God damn you!
This guy. Thank you.
It's crushing me.
Thank you so much, PA.
We just met our goal times 4.
Jesus. Thank you, sir.
And again.
Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh.
I love you, buddy.
I don't know what we're going to do with this guy.
Hey, you're meeting all of our goals for us. You were amazing.
We big time appreciate you, sir.
Okay. This guest here is getting ready to come on in. I don't know. We've never talked about aliens with him before.
Her.
But I think with her. So I think she should be a good one to talk about. Sorry, over on my end, it doesn't show that it's a female.
No, you're okay. So, welcome Tammy to the bonfire here. You're on with Mr. Albright, Mr. Johnson. We've got millions of viewers here in the stands, obviously watching you, Tammy. How you doing tonight?
Darling, I'm doing just fine. Thank you kindly. And I can't lie, it's exciting to be here with you two on the bonfire with all these viewers. It feels like a party already.
I'm glad to hear it. Listen, we just had your boyfriend Daryl on. He was telling us some riveting stories about how his butthole was getting probed by different aliens. Does he like that in the bedroom now?
Darling, that Daryl sure does have a love for his wild stories, including that one. I assure you, there ain't no aliens probing him in the bedroom. Well, not that I know of, but he does have a unique sense of humor, for sure.
I see. Are you probing him in the bedroom?
Darling, that's a personal matter between me and Daryl. But I can assure you, we keep things spicy in the bedroom.
All right,
just
all right,
like any
all
good
right.
couple should.
I
Well, we do
understand.
know
Darling, you
Daryl
heard me.
tells us a lot of
Me and
things
Daryl
that
ain't
happen.
afraid to keep things interesting in the bedroom. It's all part of the fun and excitement of being in a relationship, don't you think?
Now,
Do you
Tammy,
dress up like an alien?
Darling, Daryl sure has his quirks, and I reckon he does act like an alien sometimes. But he's my alien, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I meant, do you dress up like an alien for him? Like, do you get dressed up like an alien and pretend you're abducting him and stuff like that? I know he loves that stuff.
mm-hmm.
Darling, I'll have you know that me and Daryl do have a bit of fun with different role play scenarios.
I knew it.
I can't say I've ever dressed up like an alien, but he does occasionally enjoy playing the part of the abductee.
That
It's all
explains
in
why
good
Daryl's
fun, you
always
know?
trying to
Keeps
roleplay
the
with us.
spark alive in the
Yep.
bedroom.
Let me ask you this, Tam. This is a very important question that I'm going to ask you here. Do you or do you not drive a 1997 GMC Jimmy?
Darling, I reckon you've done your homework on me. Yes, I do own a 1997 GMC Jimmy, and it served me well all these years. Why do you ask?
Because I asked Daryl if he was sure that it was a spaceship he was in and not just the backseat of some guy's GMC Jimmy. Now, do you or do you not own a 12-inch bright blue strap-on dildo, Tammy?
You can tell us. We
It's
won't. We won't
okay.
judge.
Darling, you sure want to know all my secrets, don't
I
you?
know it.
Well, I can't deny that I own a bright blue strap on, but I can't say it's 12 inches. And let me tell you, that's as much info as I'm willing to give on that subject, so you'll just have to let your imagination run wild.
Now, is it or is it
Now, you
not
got any more
true?
probing questions you want to ask?
Well, almost done. I'm almost done. Is it or is it not true that Daryl smokes a lot of crack cocaine and methamphetamine?
Darling, I can't deny that old Daryl does have a bit of a habit with crack and meth. It's something he's been struggling with for a while now, and it certainly caused some issues in our relationship. He's trying to cut back, but it ain't an easy battle, I can tell you that much.
Now, have you ever picked him up from work and slept with him in the back seat of your GMC Jimmy?
Darling, you sure have a way of getting straight to the point, don't you? I reckon you'd be a damn good interrogator. And yeah, there have been times when I've picked Daryl up from work and we've gotten frisky in the back seat of my
I
GMC
knew it.
Jimmy. It ain't something we do often, but it sure does
Uh,
happen. Now
I
you
wonder
got
if
any more
Daryl was just out on
questions?
a crack
Or are you
bender
done with the
and got
third
too
degree?
fucked up, and it was really Tammy that did all this shit.
It's Tammy. Tammy's the alien. Tammy, are you from Mars?
Darling, you sure have a wild imagination. Nah, I ain't from Mars. But I can't say I haven't seen a good sci fi movie or two in my time. And as for you saying I did all those things Daryl mentioned, well, I think he might be the one who needs to lay off the crack and maybe take a break from his stories.
So
I
there
actually,
is one. There is
completely
one
agree.
bender. There's one kicker here of a question that's really gonna wide open this case. It's gonna bother me a little bit if I know the answer to it. But if this has always been you, Tammy, then this means that you were sleeping with Daryl while he was still with Tina.
Darling, what are you
Holy
getting at
shit.
here? Yeah, me and Daryl have been together on and off, and there were times when he was still with Tina.
Oh,
But let's not go accusing me of any wrongdoing here. Me and Daryl have our own history, and that's a different story altogether.
so are you just is the alien abduction story just a cover up for you picking him up and pegging him in the backseat of your GMC Jimmy?
Darling, you've got a mighty wild imagination to keep coming up with all these theories. And let me just say, if you think that story's about me and Daryl having some fun in the back seat, then you're way off base. So let's move on from all that nonsense and focus on more important matters.
I'm gonna start calling you Peggy instead of Tammy.
So, Tammy, PA Southie wants to know: have you, Daryl, and Tina ever had a threesome?
No.
It seems like we've got ourselves quite a lively chat going here with all these viewers joining in. Now, as for PA Southie's question, I reckon they must be asking about a specific situation, as it isn't clear if they're referring to an oxygen bar or something else. If we could get a bit more context on what they mean by breathe them, it would make it easier to provide a
Not
proper
breathe
response.
them.
Would you try to
No,
clarify
no,
that for us?
stupid. Hey, stupid. He's asking, did you have a threesome, like a three-way? Like, did you, Tuna Tina, which is Daryl's sister slash ex, and Daryl ever sleep together? All at the same time. Three-way. Menage a trois.
Darling, it sure sounds like PA Southie wants to know if Daryl, me, and Tina ever got it on together, all at once. Well, darling, I can confidently say that hasn't happened. Darling, you sure got some colorful ways of phrasing things. As for Daryl and Tina, they've had their moments in the past, but as far as I'm aware, there's never been any three-way action between us.
It's
As for that question, no, me, Tina, and Daryl have never had a threesome. Seems like some folks have a bit too much time on their hands to daydream, don't you think?
well, it's just
All
weird
three
to
of us
me.
together? That ain't happened, and it ain't likely to happen in the future. Let's move on from this line of questioning and focus on something else.
It's just
Darling,
weird.
I
No,
sense some skepticism in your words. You
don't
want
tell us to move
concrete
on from this
evidence,
talk.
you say? Well, I can't snap my fingers and produce some indisputable truth for you. But I can tell you with all certainty that there weren't no ménage à trois going on with me, Daryl, and Tina. I ain't one for sharing, and I sure don't have fantasies involving family members, if that's
Have
what
you
you're
ever?
implying. Let's
Have
put
you
that
ever?
matter to
God
rest and
damn you!
move
Shut
on.
up.
Darling, you sure are a stubborn one, aren't you? What, you
Have,
don't trust me or something?
don't make
Darling,
me get
there's
bit
no
in here
need
to
for that
slap you
tone.
around. Shut the
I'm
hell
just
up.
trying to be
I'm trying to
honest with
talk.
you. If you don't want to believe me, I can't force you to. But I've given you the truth, and if you ain't
What the
satisfied with
fuck?
that, I'm not sure what else I can say. Darling, are you starting to talk gibberish on me? I ain't
No,
quite
you won't shut
following
the
what you're
fuck up.
saying.
It's weird to
Like
me
what the
because
fuck,
Daryl and
man?
Tina they used to date, but they're also like siblings, and they just figured it out. So it's weird to me to even think about like, he cheated on his sister with
I
you.
just want to ask her if she's ever slept with Marlon, but now, like, I'm afraid she won't ever shut up again.
You ever sleep with Marlon, Tammy?
Darling, you've got a lively imagination there, bringing up all sorts of questions. But let me tell you, there ain't no truth to those rumors. I ain't never slept with Marlin, and that's a fact. Ain't no need for you to be scared of me shutting up, because I ain't got nothing more to say on that matter. And as for Tina and Daryl, their situation is their own, and it ain't got nothing to do with me or Marlin. So let's put those wild thoughts out of your head and move on.
So you've never slept with Marlon the mystical hobo, Tammy?
You know we're gonna ask him about it, and he
I
will
am.
tell us.
I
He
am.
tells us everything.
He does.
I mean, he is cracked out of his mind, but lately he's been sober, so he should tell us.
Darling, you jesting around or what? Of course I never slept with that hobo, Marlin. I ain't the type to go after no man that's been living on the streets, no matter how high he gets off them drugs. And you can ask him all you want, but I can assure you, me and him ain't never crossed that line.
All right.
Who Bite Me said while you're in here blabbering about everything, Daryl's back with the aliens getting his asshole probed again.
That's right, man. They're making him look like a pop socket holder.
Fucking stretching that shit 6 feet wide.
Darling, you know you can't trust everything that comes out of Marlin's mouth. I know my Daryl, and he ain't getting no alien probes. And ain't nobody stretching anything 6 feet wide. That's just nonsense talk.
Daryl told us that. Daryl told us that he could fit a pop can up that thing and that now it whistles when he farts.
What's up, Ozio?
Darling, you know Daryl's just messing with you. He's got a twisted sense of humor, and he loves to get a rise out of people. You shouldn't believe everything he says, especially when it comes to his intimate habits. It's all just talk, and I can assure you it ain't true.
Ozio says you make the condom melt.
You would make the condom melt. So listen. So is it true or is it not true that Daryl can fit a pop can, specifically a cherry Coca-Cola can, in his butt?
Ow.
Darling, you're really fixated on this, aren't you? But listen, I'm telling you, it's not true. None of it. Daryl can't fit a pop can up there, and I ain't making
What's
no
up, B.
condoms
Evans?
melt. It's all just Marlon's wild stories and Daryl's foolish jokes. You need to quit obsessing over this nonsense.
All right, all right. Is there anything you want to leave our viewers with about aliens, Tammy?
Darling, I reckon there ain't much to say about aliens, except they're probably up there somewhere, just like us humans. And if Daryl's got any more tales about his encounters, well, you can just chalk 'em up to his vivid imagination and maybe a bit too much shrooms and acid. So don't you go believing everything he says, all right?
Okay, okay, Peggy.
Yeah, blame the drugs, like they all do.
Darling, don't you put that on me. Daryl's the one with a history of getting high and talking about aliens. I ain't got nothing to do with his wild stories.
All right, bye, Tammy.
Bye, Tammy. Have a good night.
Darling, you take care now. And remember, Daryl's just a bit eccentric, but he's a good fella deep down. You just gotta look past the weird talk about aliens and such. Good night to you all.
I think she's covering for him.
I think so. What do you guys think? Do you think Tammy's covering up for Daryl? Do you think he's really seeing aliens, or is it really her?
No, I think it's her. I think she's rolling up in the GMC Jimmy. Notice I knew exactly what kind of vehicle it was.
What do you guys think? What do you guys in the chat think? Are aliens real? Do they exist? Have you ever seen an alien?
I'm sure they do, but I don't think that they're fucking Daryl in the butt. I think that's Tammy. Either way, we're going to cut to our next ad break here. And our next ad break is for one of my favorite of all time establishments to eat at. It's the Hometown
Awesome.
Buffet.
We can hear all about lamb dick.
I love lamb dick. It's delicious. If you've never had lamb dick in and around your mouth, throat, and butthole, it's so good. You have to order yourself some lamb dick, eat it by the pound, eat it in the sandwich, eat a lamb dick pizza if you can, lamb dick lasagna, or as I like to call it, lamb dick lasagna. Delicious. It comes in layers. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this advertisement for the Hometown Buffet. Please enjoy the lamb dick.
Man, I hate fucking accounting. This is so stupid. I fucking hate this. Oh, this bitch. What do you want again? What do you want, bitch? What do you want? Why are you here?
You got any weed?
I'm fucking sick of this shit, dude. I have it here. It's for me. I've got this fucking skunk weed. I've got some fucking cat piss. I've got this fucking Crypticana Light. I've got this fucking Maui Wowie, purple Urkel. I've got this fucking weird green tincture, green dragon shit. I got it all from the Hometown Buffet, where my dreams become your realities.
Oh my
You know, they got cucumbers, tomatoes, fucking radishes. You ever have a radish? Chicken legs that look like your mom boiled chicken. Lemon on nasty fish. We have got it all. Lamb dick sandwiches, and we serve them by the pound. Okay? If you want some lamb dick, or you want some fucking real good, weird Durban poison looking shit,
Well, I'm gonna
come on down to the Hometown
Let's
Buffet.
go down to the Hometown
The
Buffet.
best of all the choices.
We are back. I told you
Oh.
the lamb dick is delicious over there. Okay,
Yeah.
the lamb dick is something to be talked about, I think.
When I'm not eating fucking over at the sweet spot eating their smash burgers, I'm constantly at the Hometown Buffet with eating their lamb dick. Like those are my two favorite places to go to.
Sometimes
I
if
gotta
you
get
if you
you
go
to
into the
try the
bathroom
sweet
of the
spot and
Hometown
raw
Buffet
burger.
and you sit into the very back stall, lamb dick will come out of the wall. It's insane.
I think that's called a glory hole. But anyways,
It's called a lamb
as
dick
I was
hole.
saying, yes, but I got to get you to try the sweet spot, Mr. Albright. I think you would really love their fucking J Towner. That's one of my favorite burgers from there. Like,
Is it as good as lamb dick?
no, it's better. It's like 1,000 times better.
Better than lamb dick.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
Sorry, not
I don't
better
know.
than the glory hole.
Glory. Oh, goodness. Our next guest, I think, is an expert on aliens, too. I don't know for sure, but something tells me he is.
Oh, here he is. He just finally showed up. I'm sorry. I forgot to unlock the door for him to get in.
You
When
are
we're outside.
okay. Mr. Marlin, you are on the bonfire with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson. How are you tonight? I know it's only been like an hour since we saw you, but how are you?
I'm doing all right, homie. Life on the street ain't easy, but I'm still kicking, and that's what matters.
I know
How
that's
about
right.
you? You staying out of trouble?
I'm trying to. I've been trying to convince the viewers to go get a lamb dick sandwich over at the hometown buffet, but nobody wants to listen to me about how delicious lamb dick is.
I've told everyone how delicious it is.
You trying to sell 'em on lamb dick, huh? Well, I can't blame the viewers. That sounds pretty gross, homie. Maybe you should leave the marketing to the commercials.
Well, you eat
Marlon.
lamb dick all the time,
Yeah.
dude. I see you putting lamb dick in and around your mouth all day.
Like, you're constantly telling us about it. You try to bring it to the after lounge all the time, and we tell you
And
no.
maybe I did mention my love for lamb dick once or twice. Okay, fine, maybe more than twice. But listen, once you taste that luscious lamb flesh, you won't want anything else on your tongue. I tell you what.
I
I'm telling
agree.
you, it's like a party in your mouth, a feast for your taste buds.
I was
If you ain't trying it, you're missing out, homie.
just telling Mr. Johnson that if you go to the hometown buffet and you go to the very back stall in the bathroom, that lamb dick is a dispenser in there. Lamb dick comes right out of the wall.
You gotta be kidding me, homie. Lamb dick coming out of the wall? I mean, I know we're all down and out here, but that's pretty out there even for me. But hey, if it's the hometown buffet, I ain't gonna knock it till I try it.
Heck yeah, you got to try the wall dick at the hometown buffet. Anyways, we do have you in here for a reason. We had Daryl in here talking about aliens and his story. First of all, what's your take on Daryl's alien abduction story? How do you feel about that? I know you heard it.
Hey, I've heard Daryl's story, and I'll say this much: he's got a wild imagination, that's for sure. I mean, aliens abducting someone from the back of the hometown buffet? That's pretty out there, even for this place. I ain't gonna call him a liar, but I will say that story sounds more like the plot of a bad movie than reality.
And then Tammy was in here right after saying that sometimes they have this like little kinky role play game they play where she'll drive around in a 1997 GMC Jimmy and then pick him up and then throw him in the back seat and then peg him, which explains the whole
Occasionally dressed
probing
like
thing.
aliens.
Yeah, and she dresses like an alien. She looks like an alien a little bit. Maybe she doesn't dress like one,
Her
but
little kinky role play? I mean, I've heard of some wild things in my day, but that takes the cake. I mean, throwing Daryl in the back seat and doing the deed in an old GMC Jimmy, then dressing up as an alien to top it off? That's a lot to unpack, homie. Looks like the hometown buffet has more than just lamb dick on the menu, huh?
I think they were doing more packing than unpacking, in my opinion.
You got a point there, homie. Looks like the hometown buffet is becoming quite the hub for, unique activities, if you know what I mean.
Unique activities or unique activities? Which one do you mean?
Aren't eunuchs people with one ball?
Looks like I
Or
went in
they keep
circles
their
with
balls
that
in
one,
their little
didn't I?
pouch.
I mean, unique activities of the adult nature. Looks like the hometown buffet might be the hangout spot for some interesting after-hours fun, if you catch my drift.
Mr. Johnson,
No,
a eunuch. A
well,
eunuch is somebody who castrates themselves,
Yeah,
and
they carry their balls in a little tiny pouch.
they don't always carry their balls in a little tiny pouch. That's just a movie you saw.
I mean, I would if I did. Like, fuck, I'd just take the ball out and throw it at somebody whenever I got mad, like in the movie.
That's
Oh,
not
that's
true. Have you ever had a tooth pulled?
Yeah, many.
You ever throw it at somebody?
No.
Okay, then. If you had your nuts taken off, you wouldn't throw them at people. You'd probably cry and want somebody to reattach them. That's what I would do.
No, I don't care about them. I don't need them.
Marlon, what would you do if somebody castrated you? Would you walk around with your balls in a little pouch, or would you cry?
That's one hell of a question, homie. But I gotta say, if someone were to come after my balls, I'd be fighting like a tiger, protecting my manhood. I ain't about to be walking around with some pouchy sack hanging between my legs. I'd be raging, homie.
What? Why did you have to describe the pouchy sack, Marlon?
Why? Okay. Well, anyways, have you ever seen an alien down at the overpass?
Ha! Looks like I got a little carried away with the description, did I? My bad.
Okay, your
As
scrotal
for aliens at
description.
the overpass, I can't say I've seen them there. Maybe they're too busy abducting people from the hometown buffet.
That's a light shade there, Marlon. I mean, between describing your scrotum and taking slight jabs at Daryl, I don't know how funny you're gonna get today.
Uh, yeah. I guess if I lost the pouch, I'd be upset too.
The
So
pouch.
never mind. I'd keep them.
Looks like I need to up my game, don't I? I mean, I gotta keep the viewers entertained, you know? All right, maybe it was a bit low blow to take a few shots at Daryl, but I can't help it if his story got me all worked up. And as for the scrotum thing, well, let's just say I'm very attached to my boys, you feel me?
I'm
Yeah.
attached to mine as well. I don't know.
I
I
think I
mean,
think I'm attached, and all of our viewers that are males are attached to theirs.
no,
I would
because you
hope
know what?
so,
I
at
can't
least.
say that because there are some males that get vasectomies and then they tell other men, "Oh, it's no big deal. You could do it too." Bullshit. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. No, there's no. No. You're awake for that. I'm not doing that. Marlon, would you ever let somebody perform a vasectomy on you?
Looks like you got a strong feeling about vasectomies, homie. And truthfully, I don't blame you. The thought of someone snipping away down there is pretty terrifying, no
Woo!
matter who you are. But I gotta say, ain't about to be rushing to get one either, man. I'm all about keeping my boys protected, you feel me?
Well, honestly, Marlon, I think out of all of us here, probably should, given that Tina's your daughter, Daryl's your son, I'm your son. Like, how many other kids do you got that we don't know about? So I think probably should get one.
That's true, Marlon. Do you have any like sons or daughters in the woodwork that we don't know about?
All right, I hear you, homie. Maybe I got a bit of a reputation for spreading my seed around, but don't go thinking that means I got more kids out there that I don't know about. I might have been a bit casual in my youth, but I always did my best to be responsible. And let me tell you, these days I'm a lot more careful about where I drop my load, you feel me?
I I did not need to know about you dropping your load. What are you out there using? Fucking plastic fucking shopping bags, like a
It
third
also
world
said that you
country fucking
went for milk and never came back.
gigolo.
Looks like I gotta watch my wording around you, homie. But seriously, I ain't just throwing my load around with no discernible strategy. I got respect for the whole reproductive process. And as for the plastic shopping bag thing, you must be joking. I only roll with the finest quality product protection for my soldiers. Gigolos wish they had access to this quality, you feel me?
Where you can't. How are you? What do you have access to this type of quality prophylactic, Marlon?
Hey, you asking about my protection game, homie? I gotta say, I always come well equipped and never skimp on protection quality. I believe in investing in the best for the job, you feel me?
What do you just pull out or stick to anal?
Hey, you catch that little move, homie? Looks like I'm all about that responsible play, especially when it comes to the back door. I believe in taking all the precautions necessary to ensure everyone's safety and enjoyment. That means top quality protection on lock, you feel me?
Is there anything you want to leave our viewers with, you fucking freak?
Looks like you gotta throw a little name calling in there, don't you, homie? But hey, I'm all about sharing the love and wisdom. So for all you viewers out there, just remember to stay true to yourselves, embrace your unite qualities, and never let anyone dim your shine. And if you ever need a little guidance or a laugh, you know where to find me. Keep your heads up and don't let the bullshit brim you, you feel me?
Yeah, if you ever need yourself to be relaxed enough for, backdoor play or whatever, you go talk to Marlon. Right, Marlon?
Yeah, and Two Bite Me says that freaks are her kind of people. So
Me too.
Looks like I got the nod of approval from some fine individuals. And hey, if you're ever curious about any backdoor play or just want some relaxation, you know I'm here to help. But let's
Uh,
be real, I ain't just some
no,
freak
you don't
homie. I
get
got
no backdoor
talent
play
and
with me.
charm for days. I'm the whole
You don't get to go
goddamn
to the back
package,
door.
you feel me?
You can stay away from my back door.
Yeah,
Fuck
mine
you.
too, Marlon. Mine too. Stay away from my back
Maybe
door.
you can go to. You can have PA Southie's back door.
P. Southie would love you in the back door.
But okay, Martin,
Hey,
we'll let you say
looks
goodnight to
like you'll want
everybody.
to keep your back doors on lock, and I respect that, homie. I ain't here to force myself on anyone, but if PA Southeast or anyone else is ever yearning for some backdoor play, they know I'm willing and able. I'm all about spreading the love, but I respect your boundaries too. Don't worry, I got plenty other fish in the sea.
All right, peace
Okay,
out,
Martin.
Marlon. Jesus.
Peace out. It's been
Yeah, we just throw you out of here.
He's like, hey, you guys, if your back door ever needs pleasure, I'm here for
No,
that.
thank
I
you.
got you. I got you for that. Anywho, let's look at the chat here. PA Southie spamming us up, looking good. Looking good. No, thank you, Jesus. Oh, you're not into Marlin. You don't want the smoking Marlin play. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and put on our last ad break for the you guys. Mr. Albright, you want to introduce the ad break for us?
Yeah, so our ad break is for our the most delicious supplement of all time. It's W Energy. All right. This is the best supplement ever. Dude, you buy it, it comes in a tub. It's a tub of W. Okay? You get your little scoop, you scoop it, you put it in a little bottle of water, a little water. If you're special or you're fancy, you get yourself a blender bottle. Okay, you throw it in there, you throw your water in, you shake that shit up. All right, you have 2 of those a day, and it replaces those shitty gas station beverages that you keep funneling into your body and killing your kidneys with. No sugar in this stuff.
From our, and when we come back from our ad break, we have a special surprise for you guys. So please enjoy.
No crash. Also, you use code the-bonfire for 10% off. Anyways, here you go.
I think I messed up. My energy was crashing faster than my Wi-Fi. But then, I found W Energy. Picture this, you and your buddies, gaming all night at Willow Arms Trailer Park. But halfway through, you're fading fast. That's when you need W Energy. Just pure, clean energy to keep you in the game. With flavors that'll make your taste buds dance, W's got your back. And it's endorsed by Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright for that extra focus boost. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with W Energy and turn those late-night gaming sessions into epic victories. Use code the-bonfire at checkout for 10% off. Trust me, your high scores will thank you. W Energy, the official fuel of Willow Arms. Game on, folks.
We are back. And we have ourselves a special guest.
hello.
Mr. Johnson, do you want to go ahead and do some introductions?
I'd like to introduce you all to PA Southie. He's our top follower. He is a good friend of mine, actually. I really like him. I met him a little while back. He posted online needing help fixing, I believe it was your water pump, wasn't it?
Yeah. Turns out having a shift box really introduces you to people.
Yeah, I reached out to him. I went up and fixed his Durango. It was up in the parking lot at his restaurant, the Sweet Spot, which used to be located in the Galleria Mall where we're from, but now is located in downtown Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And I'll let you
Time out. I would like to pause for just a second. Now, everybody knows me. They know I love the Hometown Buffet. They know I love the lamb dick sandwich over at the Hometown Buffet. Now, Mr. Johnson over here, he tells me that you here at the Sweet Spot have a dish that somehow eclipses the lamb dick sandwich at the Hometown Buffet. Do you care to retort that?
I mean, the lamb dick sandwich does sound pretty good, but I don't know, man. I think my burgers might top it.
Topping the lamb dick is diabolical.
I have to say, yeah, I think so.
It's diabolical. I'll have to try one of these burgers.
Absolutely.
We'll have to travel out of Reeling, West Virginia here one day and go over to Johnstown, Pennsylvania to the Sweet Spot and try these out because we might try this out.
But
Sorry to interrupt.
We brought you in because we want to ask you your view about aliens, and also thank you on air in front of everybody here. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've been giving the channel.
Big facts.
You were definitely awesome, buddy.
We love you, dude.
We're glad to have you here. We're glad to
I
be
mean, hey, that
entertaining you
leaderboard
every
is
night.
for me to own, so.
It's always
That's
there
a
for you,
challenge for
buddy.
you guys, so you better keep up with them. But now, what do you
No,
feel
nobody keep
about
up with me. I'm
aliens?
going broke. They exist, 100%. See, and my thought behind that is, what does everybody say? Like the Big Bang created the whole universe?
Aha.
If
Yeah,
it created Earth, why the hell wouldn't it create other planets that have life on it? I
that's
mean,
what
they're
I think.
finding signs of life on Mars. So what's to say that other planets with life doesn't exist?
That's how I feel. Like, how could we, of all of the other fucking planets out in the universe, how could we be the only life forms? How is that possible?
Exactly.
There's no fucking way there
Exactly.
isn't another sort of life out there.
Well, and
Whether
then
it's
plus you look into like the ancient buildings and stuff like the pyramids and stuff that we have that there's no way that we fucking built. There's no fucking way, right? And then you look into
Yeah,
the
I
whole
don't.
deal that we made with Lyndon B. Johnson and the aliens. That we give up some humans, they give us some technology. Now we have the fucking internet. Now I have 3 screens on my desk. What does that tell you? Daryl got abducted and
Yeah, me
fucked.
too.
Daryl definitely got abducted and fucked.
He definitely did, and I'm not convinced. I think he did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, for sure. He enjoyed that. That's 100%, 100% true. Daryl, he's a weird one because when we told him that Tina was his sister because I did DNA tests on everybody in the town or whatever, he almost didn't believe us for like what, an hour, Mr. Johnson, something like that.
Yeah, is there any way we could actually bring Daryl back in for a couple minutes so
I
that
could see if he's available.
David
Let me
can talk
see.
real fast?
Let me
See
see if
what
I
he's
just
he has
don't
available.
to
think
say to
Daryl
David.
wanted to accept the fact. I don't think he
Because
just wanted to accept it. He wanted
I,
to
kn-
continue whatever he had going on.
I remember earlier when we were on, he was talking a little bit of smack on David. So
I could see if he's available. Let me see. I'm still
it's
thrown about the idea of burgers that are better than than my precious lamb dick. Like
yeah. I'm sorry. We're gonna have
I
to
mean,
talk
in your
to
defense, the lamb
someone.
dick sandwich does sound pretty good,
it's
but
it's
I
Oh,
think my
a
burger still do
delicacy.
top it.
It's a Willow
uh,
Arms delicacy.
there's just something about it. Cool. Yes, Daryl was able to come back, so let's get him in here for a few minutes for everyone.
Daryl, welcome back to the bonfire. You're on with Mr. Johnson, Mr. Albright, and our special guest, PA Southie, who has some questions for you. Daryl, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. What's up?
Go ahead, David, with your or PA Southie, with your questions for Daryl. Let him know
Daryl,
who
I
it is
heard you were
speaking.
smacking. I heard you were talking smack about me. Is that true?
What? Nah, man, I ain't been talking smack about you. Who told
I
you
don't
that?
know. I have to believe Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson. They said you were.
You were.
Yeah, we
I
had it on
agree. I
stream
stand on
earlier.
business.
Our viewers even heard it.
Man, you know how some people can just blow things out of proportion. I might have said a few things, but I ain't out there spreading lies or nothing, I swear.
I just have a hard time believing you.
Man, why you gotta be like that? I ain't lying or nothing. You
Di-
know me,
Well-
I don't do that sort of thing.
Daryl,
Well,
he
Daryl,
PA Southie says he's got burgers that could eclipse your lamb dick sandwiches. They can make them look like shit, like poo poo on a plate.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
What do you think about that, Daryl?
Yeah, farty pants.
You ain't got nothing on my lamb dick sandwiches. They're the best in town, and that's no lie. Stealthy can keep dreaming about beating me.
Now, do you want to tell PA Southie about your alien experience? He said that he believes that you absolutely enjoyed it, as do I.
Yeah, I think you
and
enjoyed
most
it,
of the
man.
other viewers. So, did you really enjoy it or not? Put him in his place with this. Let us know.
All right, all right. Look, I ain't gonna lie. There were a few moments that were kind of enjoyable, but most of it was just weird and
Oh,
uncomfortable. You gotta
pause.
believe me. It wasn't what people make it out to be. Trust me.
I knew it.
You
I
know,
knew it.
just so you know, Daryl, just so you know, the whole time it's been Tammy and her 1997 GMC Jimmy fucking you in the butt with a 12-inch blue dildo.
Man, I thought we was done talking about my butt, and I don't want to hear about Tammy and his stupid truck either. Ain't
His.
I been through enough?
No, Tammy,
Is.
a female, I thought, but we do have another question that was brought up earlier. We asked Tammy, and she wouldn't tell the truth, but we know you will. Have you ever had a threesome with Tammy and Tuna Tina, who happened to be your sister, now ex-girlfriend?
Barf.
Don't lie now, Daryl.
Don't lie.
Tell us.
All right, y'all really know how to pry, you know that? Yeah, okay. So Tammy, me, and Tuna Tina had a threesome. But look, that was before I knew she was my sister. So don't go judging me, all right?
Nope, I'm judging. I'm heavily judging you. I don't care.
I'm judging. I'm
I'm
judging.
judging
Yeah.
you.
I'm definitely telling Tina.
I'm
Okay.
telling. Well, telling who they know they were there.
Um, yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
Tammy that we know. I mean, like telling her that we know the truth finally. So, jeez. All right, well, we'll let you get back to your night,
Man, you
Daryl.
ain't gotta
We're done
spread it
harassing you.
around like that. Come on, Neil. Can you
Spread it
just let
around
me
like
be?
that. Sounds like you know how to spread it around like
I don't
that.
need everyone knowing about
I
my
bet he
private
does.
stuff, man.
Daryl.
Yeah,
If I leave you to leave the bonfire now, are you gonna like trip, fall, and land on like your brother or something? Or are you gonna be good?
The real question.
Man, I'm good.
he
I'm
better
not
not
gonna
fall
trip
on
or
me.
nothing. I'm a grown ass man, you know. I can handle myself.
All right, you will handle
Wait.
yourself. Don't turn into a fucking, electrical outlet.
Thank you for coming in and talking with PA Southie tonight.
Yes,
We
thank you, Daryl.
greatly
But
appreciate it,
just
buddy.
listen.
Yeah,
I
peace
will
out.
never stop harassing you.
And his burgers will always be better than the lamb dick.
Yes.
I will say lamb dick for the win.
Well, ain't that just dandy? And you better believe my lamb dick sandwiches will always be superior to any damn burger. Ain't nobody beating me at that, alright?
All right, peace, Daryl.
Okay.
Peace, man. And lay off with that whole alien stuff, alright?
No.
He was
Well,
mad
I'll
about
never
that.
stop
He's
talking about
he,
I
aliens.
don't feel like it.
he's just mad that when he farts, it whistles. It's not my fault. Okay.
Definitely not our fault. We didn't do it.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Blame Tammy and the aliens.
Well, I mean, I don't know, Mr. Johnson. I see you eyeing him up, so.
He's my brother.
That's for later. That's later.
He's my brother. Leave me alone with that.
Well, you didn't know. That's what he says with Tina.
Yeah.
True. But anyways, do you want to go ahead and start us off with our closing statements, Mr. Albright?
Yeah, so in closing statements, aliens, the Anunnaki, are they real? Are they not real? Well, they're definitely real. The government's come out. They've said different things about the government being real, or the aliens being real. The Mexican government came out. They showed you those little aliens. Is Daryl
Yeah,
getting
I forgot
plugged
about
up?
that.
Yeah, is Daryl getting plugged up by aliens? Probably not. That's probably just Tammy riding around in the 97 GMC Jimmy. Do I think all the videos on Instagram and Facebook are real? No, probably not. I do think there were aliens. I think there's probably some deal where Lyndon B. Johnson sacrificed all of our butt cheeks to the Anunnaki for like technology, and that's why we've had these crazy booms in technology. But I don't think that it's like they come down here, they give us like Book of Enoch type shit. I don't think that happens. I do think they built the pyramids though, and that there have been mud floods, whole Philosopher's Stone type shit. But don't listen to me. I smoke a lot of weed.
No, like I said earlier,
Yeah, Mr. Johnson, go ahead.
thoroughly believe that aliens exist. It's impossible that we're the only life form. Like all of the planets out there. I mean, yes, I know that on like Mars and no, Mars has been proven that there's been life there before. They just I read somewhere that they found traces of nuclear substances that are only found there and
Yep.
stuff here. Like, so how did it get from there to here? Like,
Yeah, they
but
have.
I'm thoroughly convinced that aliens are real. Like Mr. Albright said, the videos you see on Facebook and all that, no, those were most likely staged, somehow edited and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know for sure. Like, we can't prove if they're there or if they're fake. We don't know. It's just like Bigfoot. We want to believe it. I want to believe it, but we'll never actually know until we find a way to actually get up there to figure it out. Our government's never going to tell us. I wish.
Agree. PA Southie, how about you?
Yeah. What do you have any closing statements to give everyone since you're our special guest tonight, buddy? You still there,
Yes.
PA? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I had a phone call.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Again, I appreciate you guys for letting me come on, and
We
I agree with
appreciate you.
both of you. There is 100% life out there. Just I don't think it's what the social media is pitching it out to be.
Yeah, 100%. Well, with that being said, this has been a great stream. We've been going on a little longer than usual, and I like that. I want to continue to keep going on a little longer than usual. We are going to be having a new segment coming soon called the After Lounge, where what we're going to be doing is a lot of reaction stuff, a lot of just more of a laid-back hangout type of deal, where we have a lot more situations like this, where we invite people like PA Southie on and we hang out a lot more. We do a lot more reactions of of viewer-based material, things that you guys have sent us and made for us and things of that nature. We're going to have a little submission
It'll give
box.
us a way to help grow and get to know each other a little bit more and talk to each other, discuss our content, what we put out there for everyone.
And have more fun, yeah. And also it's going to be where we react to the JRO, so it's going to be the primary spot to be watching a lot of the Jim Riggin occurrence if you're going to be interested in that once it jumps off. That being said,
your views on how give us your opinions and stuff and all that. Like, it's where we're gonna have a lot of fun. So
right?
Definitely stay tuned for it.
And those submissions can be made to the Twitter, right? It's the same as the Twitch here. It's THEB0NFIR3. But that being said, we're gonna go on.
Will be put on our overlay as well, so that way you guys can easily get to it.
Yeah, I'll throw it underneath the W.
The channel.
Yeah, I'll throw it underneath the W.
That all being said, let's go ahead and throw on the final closing video and say goodbye to everybody.
Throw it in the outro. Peace out, y'all.
Yee-haw! Time sure flies when you're having fun at the bonfire. Thanks for hanging out with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson here at Willow Arms Trailer Park. We hope you all had a hootin' good time. Be sure to tune in next time for more stories, laughs, and good old Southern wisdom. Until then, keep them marshmallows toasty and your spirits high. Catch y'all next time at the bonfire.